Faster is always better. Towards the end of World War II, air forces from militaries on both sides quickly realized that propeller-driven aircraft had reached the end of the road in terms of outright performance, creating a new arms race for jet fighters. The early designs were often flawed. This was, after all, a new technology racing towards the sound barrier with little knowledge of how engines and airframes would react to higher speeds and greater stresses. Obviously, mistakes would be made. Designs would fail to live up to expectations, some more recently than you might expect. Here are the 10 worst fighter jets ever made. 10. Bay Lightning. Britain's rapid response interceptor throughout the 60s and 70s, the Bay Lightning was a fully fledged homegrown product capable of Mach 2 performance. Unlike other fast jet designs, they adopted a curious twin-stacked engine arrangement fed by a single large front air intake. By far the most impressive display of power, pilots would often showcase the Lightning's immense 20,000 feet per minute rate of climb, topping out at altitudes above 60,000 feet. All that power and performance came at a price. With limited internal fuel, the Lightning typically having a combat radius of just 150 miles. Later F-6 variants with their ugly overwing tanks traded performance for range, maximum spin dropping to 1,000 miles per hour. Nine. Messerschmitt Me 163 Comet. America's entry into World War II tipped air power in favor of the Allies. With greater design and manufacturing resources, it was inevitable that Allied air supremacy quickly followed. In dire need of a fast air defense fighter, Germany unveiled the Me 163 Comet. Not quite the jet fighter, but an important step nonetheless. In place of a jet engine, which was still 2 years away, Messerschmitt fitted the Comet with the Walter HWK-109 rocket motor, giving pilots a potential top speed of 650 miles per hour, climbing to their operational altitude before gliding back to Earth. A lethal concoction of fuels made the Me 163 a dangerous place to be. Highly corrosive hydrogen peroxide and methanol hydrazine would melt flesh on contact. 8. Yakovlev Yak-38. Squint a little and the Harrier's influence on the Yak-38 is clear to see. However, unlike the West design, Yakovlev's engineers never quite managed the same level of success. Rushed into service explains some of Yak-38's shortcomings. Although faster than the Harrier, trading range for performance limited the appeal, and it was notoriously difficult for inexperienced pilots to fly. In search of supersonic performance, Yakovlev used a twin-engine design. However, this presented more issues than it solved. A single engine failure would more often than not result in a total loss of the aircraft. Seven. Convair F-102 Delta Dagger. At the height of the Cold War, with growing reports of Soviet long-range aircraft launched nuclear weaponry, the USAF needed a new all-weather, high-altitude supersonic fighter. What they received initially fell way short of the mark, barely able to reach Mach 1. Revolutionary at the time for its pure delta-wing configuration, Convair believed the wing design best suited the USAF's high-performance requirements. However, the F-102 was plagued by a new phenomenon: transonic drag. Despite the J-57 engine, early prototype couldn't break Mach 1. 6. Heinkel He-162. Rolled out in 1943 as Germany's response to a growing shortage of combat aircraft. The resulting Heinkel He-162 is often referred to as People's Fighter in recognition of the workforce that would predominantly be tasked with assembly. Largely fabricated from wood and recycled aircraft components from other types. The He-162's simple design, with a single BMW 003 turbojet, was capable of speeds over 550 miles per hour, which made it one of the fastest aircraft of World War II. The very same simple wood and glue construction proved to be a fatal flaw. The adhesive used often corroded the He-162's airframe, causing catastrophic failures. 5. Vought F-7U Cutlass. Developed for the U.S. Navy, it's hard to imagine just how Vought envisaged the F-7U Cutlass panning out during carrier deployments. Unlike the sleek jet fighters of other nations, the F-7U Cutlass had a peculiar raised nose to accommodate its complex and unreliable landing gear that frequently collapsed during carrier deck landings. By far the biggest issue facing Vought's F-7U was the sheer number of failures. Jammed control surfaces were a common problem, added to which the Westinghouse J-46 engines just lacked power and reliability. 4. Bell P-59 Iraqimate. The jets are meant to be fast, right? Taking a closer look at the USAF's first operational jet fighter might make you think again. The Bell P-59 lagged behind piston engine aircraft with a top speed of just 413 miles per hour. By all accounts, the basic design wasn't a bad one. The weak link purely down to General Electric's J-31 engine. Although largely influenced by a British unit, lacked outright power. Failing to deliver the performance requirements of U.S. armed forces would greatly impact production numbers. The U.S. Army alone canceled over half their allotment. 3. De Havilland Sea Vixen. For almost 20 years, the Royal Navy persevered with the unusual Sea Vixen as its fixed-wing carrier-based aircraft of choice, serving through to 1972 despite the requirement of the far superior F-4 Phantom. A curious twin-boom, twin-engine design with the pilot occupying an offset cockpit that can only have compounded operation difficulties. The type notorious for its tricky handling issues. First entering production in 1951, spanning a run of 145 aircraft. A staggering 55 Sea Vixens were lost due to accidents rather than combat losses. Two. Mikhail Gurevich MiG-23. Famed aircraft manufacturer Mikhail Gurevich gave us the formidable MiG-25 Foxbat, the world's fastest combat aircraft, only to follow up 3 years later with a budget design in the MiG-23 Flogger. First taken to the skies in 1967, the MiG-23 Flogger quickly became a top seller for Mikhail Gurevich, finding homes with over 30 foreign operators. Its advanced variable geometry wing configuration provided the best of low-speed stability and high-speed performance of over 1,500 miles per hour. The trade-off coming at a steep price, low-quality build, and strength, making the MiG-23 one of the least reliable and labor-intensive fighters of the Cold War era. 1. Lockheed F-35 Lightning II. without question the most advanced aircraft to take to the skies, combing and replacing the roles of several other aircraft types in the process. These high operational demands have also led to the F-35's budget and development overruns. Which was yet to come, billed as the most advanced and capable fighter in the world. It would come as a surprise that high-ranking USAF chiefs deemed the F-35 program a failure due to complexities and cost.